Hello, welcome. Make sure you put your comments in the chats. I read them, I see them. They guide me along, so your chats are appreciated as we go along. Welcome to your 10X agent support call. I come to you every Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. As I mentioned, this is an agent support call. Originally, this started out speaking to just the realtors within my 730 group organization of realtors. I decided, however, that's not fair. Why not open this call to all realtors? And now to anyone else out there who isn't a realtor, if you stumble upon this chat and you like it, you are welcome. The reason I opened it up to all realtors is because we are going into a shifting economy. You will need to be surrounded by like-minded individuals and also get the tools and the trade to equip you for getting on the other side of the next 12, 16, 18 months. Not only barely hanging on, but actually coming out stronger than ever before. So with that, let me tell you this. The Unbreakable Business Challenge is happening in just a few short days. My husband, Grant Cardone, is putting on this Unbreakable Business Challenge. This is a free challenge. Okay, it's free. You can opt in, no strings attached here. The link is attached. It's grantcardone.com/2023. The reason Grant Cardone has put together the Unbreakable Business Challenge is because he understands what we are about to go through, what he has been through. He has been through three economic hardships, let's say, three collapses, economy collapses. So we have made it out of the last one in 2008, clearly stronger, better than we went into the economic collapse of 2008. We were on the verge of losing everything. We were just Grant and Elena Cardone from Lake Charles, Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, two little people, you know, the little people that aren't supposed to make it. We somehow made it out. We somehow made it out because Grant figured this thing out, figured out the 5 things necessary to make it out, to become unbreakable, and to become stronger and profitable on the other side of this. So we vowed in 2008, when we were on the verge of losing it all, that if we were to ever make it out, we would never close the curtains like all the other quote unquote wealthy people do. They close the curtains and they don't let you, the little people, in. We made a vow if we were ever to get into the ranks that we have risen to, that we would keep the curtain open, that we would continue to be and allow and help all the other little people. And I say that with quotes. Clearly, none of us are little people. However, I will speak for myself when I have been made to feel like I was a little person most of my life. So we made a vow to always continue to pursue, to fight for, to help all the other little people who want to make it out of the rat race out. We would have the curtains be open, available, share with you the tools, the practices, good, bad, or ugly, what to do right, how you can avoid the wrong. And we were going to leave that open and share that with you. The goal, in all transparency, the goal in that is to meet other like-minded people from across the globe who can fortify and join forces with us, our empire, all of our empire, to do something great and spectacular on this planet, to make a difference for the better, to become better with our family lives, for our children, for our communities, have a little more winning and a less hating. And slowly but surely, we, the people of the world, could actually change the circumstances that we find ourselves in today. It's not going to be the politicians, it's going to be us. We want to see you win. We want to see you succeed. We want to see you flourish and prosper. We want to then see you be able to give that to other people so the ripple effect can then go on and we can actually make change. So we vowed that we were always, again, going to keep the curtain open. So now, with this free challenge, this unbreakable challenge, Grant is so generously giving of his time, his energy for all of us so that we can go in our lives and be unbreakable and not go affect to a shifting market, a shifting economy, not to listen to the bad news on TV and shrink and withdraw and retract, but actually what to do in this time, which I'll give you a hint. It's do more, it's expand in all areas, including people, resources, integrity, courage. It's do more, right? So this unbreakable business challenge that I want to invite you to, that I really want. I know I'm Grant's biggest fan here, clearly. I mean, really, if you can't be your spouse's best friend, partner, ally, fan, I feel sorry for you. That's all I can say. Like, who doesn't want their partner in life being their biggest champion? But I will just tell you this. When Grant and I were experiencing our challenges of 2008, there were no CEOs of JP Morgan or Blackstone or Coca-Cola or name a corporation, name a multi-billion-dollar corporation, any one of them. Not one of them had their wife telling what it was like behind the scenes, trying to give me advice how to fast track my way to success, to get on the other side of the 2008 on the verge of losing it all financially. Nobody's wife was coming out talking to me, much less the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company coming out and saying, yeah, this is what you do. This is how we did it. And this is tried and true. Nope. It was lips are sealed. You're out. Don't come in. You're you. You're not us. And Grant and I said, oh, hell no. If we ever can become these financial giants of the world, which, we're, in all honesty, we're not there yet, but we're on our way. But if we ever get there, certainly we have a big old stat behind us to say that clearly we have done a few things right. I mean, you might like Grant Cardone. Clearly everybody likes me, but even if you didn't and you were critical of the way I looked or spoke or whatnot, or the same with Grant, you cannot take away that we have big statistics behind us. Like, there's no argument there. The facts are the facts. We've racked the stats, and we want to help you rack the stats too. So I want to just finish with this before I get into actually what I came to talk to you about today. I really want you all to go right now to grantcardone.com/2023 and sign up for the free challenge to hear from a guy whose intentions and nothing more is to actually help you so that you can help yourself and your family. And then hopefully your community, and big enough eventually to help the world. That is our intentions. And plus, we're stronger in numbers. The better you get, the better we get, the better we can all be to combat this thing that's going on in planet Earth today. So Grant will be discussing over the 5 days, the 5 pillars, okay? The 5 pillars of an unbreakable business: money mindset, marketing, scaling, communication. What did I forget? Money, marketing, sales, scaling. Yes, I said them all. Communication and money mindset. Okay. So all I'm asking you to do right now is sign up. It costs you nothing. All right. All of you who doesn't want to have big goals and big dreams. You want to have big goals, big dreams. What are you willing to give up in order to get where you want to go? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to invest some time, some energy? Are you willing to give up something TV time to come for an hour and a half for 5 days in a row to educate and prepare yourself and get ahead of this market so that perhaps you can pivot just enough to all of a sudden go, wow, I've got the right information to actually be able to apply to my life to make myself bulletproof from a recession. Wow. Okay. Information, getting around the right information. Okay. Lastly, I keep saying that, but I get passionate about this. Lastly, are you willing to get the right information? Okay. Information, the origin of the word means formation of the mind. I've said this before. My fans know what I'm talking about. Formation of the mind. So if you have knowledge is power, right? Right information. But what would it be if you had the wrong information? Wouldn't that technically mean you have a deformation of your mind? And perhaps if you're not where you want to be today and you're not as successful as you want to be today, perhaps nothing is wrong with you. Perhaps you don't need to go be on drugs for depression. You don't need to be on drugs to self-medicate and numb all of the losses that you've experienced. Perhaps, I'm just going to say this, maybe you just have the wrong information and therefore you have a deformation of your mind. But everyone else wants to label and accuse you, and you want to invalidate yourself and come up with all the wrong answers and all the wrong figuring out what could possibly be wrong with you because you don't have the life you want to have. I might suggest to you that all it is nothing is wrong with you. You just don't have the right information. So, on that note, one last time, I want you right now to do something in the physical universe. I want you to go to grantcardone.com 2020, grantcardone.com/2023 and register for the challenge. And now I'm going to challenge you this. Ask 5 or 10 friends to sign up with you. And let's see the type of people that you're hanging out with. Do they want to grow? Do they invest in themselves? Do they want to expand and grow? If they do, they'll be on that call with you. All right. So now I've told you about the Unbreakable Business Challenge. By the way, I'm speaking one of those days. So hopefully you will hear me speak some more at the Unbreakable Business Challenge. All right. So today I want to talk to you and all my realtor friends and anyone else who's decided to join today. I want to talk to you about commitment. Okay. I can sit here until I'm blue on the face. We can give you training after training after training, educate you, by the way, all of which I do. I have a whole calendar of events, all of my 730 people on my organization, right? I've built up a large team. By the way, let me give big kudos to myself, my team. Yay, go team. We closed over 985 million years in sales volume last year alone, just last year alone. In my under 2 years of being a realtor, my team closed almost $1 billion of real estate. So as my team will tell you, we can train you. I have a calendar of events. You want to know about luxury listings? Every single week, I have an expert teaching you about that. You want to know how to secure listings? I have Hoss Pratt, the listing boss, teaching you how to do that. You want to know about sales, follow-up, marketing, scaling? Oh, I've only come up with a platform, Cardone World, where all of Cardone University is there for the agents for free. So if you want training, we have it. But all of that, none of that means anything unless what I'm about to tell you. You're going to experience highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows. Before we get there, let's talk about commitment. Okay? I've got to get your mind right. I've got to get your mind right, your attitude right. I got to get you feeling good. I got to get you around the right information. Y'all are making me ward off all these people that you allow to come into your universe, all the news, the negativity. I'm not saying don't prepare for it, but there is a difference being prepared and being inundated and overwhelmed by it. I got to fight all these things off. So I got to get you back to basics. All I need you to do on this call is to commit. Commit to yourself. Commit to your greatness. Just make a commitment to yourself that you can do more, you can be more, you can achieve more, you can help more, you can have more impact. Can we just get a commitment? Hey, Peyton's on the call. Yay. Oh, I love this. Oscar's on the call. This is fantastic. Can we just get you to commit? That's all you need to do to start in building your empire, is just recommit and a new unit at a time to yourself. Creativity follows commitment. Do you need to have this all figured out now before you commit? No. Nobody has it all figured out. They commit first and figure the rest out later. When you commit to yourself, the world opens up. All of a sudden, you can start to see possibilities that were never available for your sight before. I'm not saying they weren't there. Oh, yeah, they were there. You just couldn't see them. Okay, commit first, figure the rest out later. And I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to wait for the chat to blow up here. Are you willing to commit to yourself on this call right now? Are you willing to commit? I need a yes, or at least be honest. Give me a no. Just be honest. Don't be a non-committal and a liar. Don't be a liar. Like, absolutely. Oh, yeah, we got some yeses in the house. Okay, commit to yourself. Can this year be yours for the taking? Absolutely. Erica's ready. Yes, on the way. Good. All right. Now we got to talk about some stuff. We got to talk about, what are you willing to give up in order to get where you want to go? All right. What are you willing to give up? Nobody wants to give up anything. Everyone wants to go to heaven. No one wants to die. And I'm not suggesting you die. That was an analogy. Was it called an analogy? A metaphor. It was called a metaphor. Okay. But you get my point. You have to be willing to give up something. I hate to be the bearer of that news. I'm just the messenger, but it's true. If I am here right now in this chair and I want to move to another room, I have to leave my comfortable chair and I actually have to get in action. I actually have to move. That is an action. It requires a doingness to walk over to the other room to claim my next seat. So what are you willing to give up? Are you willing to give up TV time? Are you willing to give up whatever your excuses are that are going to come in from the physical universe to prevent you from being on a 90-minute call 5 days in a row? Like, can you just do that? Can we make that happen? Are you willing to give up excuses? What are you willing to give up? Are you willing to give up a mindset, an old mentality? Are you willing to give up, not another thing that I have to do that doesn't work? I mean, if you find yourself in that situation with that mindset, are you willing to give that up? That's the very thing that keeps you in place of why everything keeps not working. Can you live from the future? Can you live from the future where you're this amazing powerhouse? You have the life you want, and all you have to do is check off these list items of action items that you have to do. And once you do them, just like getting up, walking into the other room, just like in life, if you actually did that with your future, you would actually have your future. So what are you willing to give up? One of the things I want to talk to you about is the toxic relationships. Are you willing to give up toxic relationships in your life? You can have all the intelligence, all the information, everything. You can be winning in life, but if you're connected with these toxic relationships, what is going to happen? Your life is going to crash. If any of you are experiencing roller coaster in life, stop invalidating yourself that something is wrong with you, that you can never maintain your high because you always have your low. It has nothing to do with you. It's the people in your life that you are surrounded with called toxic people. They're responsible for the crashes, not all the other stuff you made sense of to justify the insanity of it all. It's the people that want to kill you, metaphorically or really. They usually are within, right? They are within. Empires are destroyed from within. Okay, these people look like your friends. They're not your friends. And that's what I want to go over today with you, so that when you have the training, when you've been on Cardone University, after you do your Unbreakable Business Challenge, we can firmly and securely get you to a stable range of power. And that's only going to happen if you do and are willing to give up this one last thing, which might be 1 or 2 or 20. I wouldn't imagine anyone could have that many people working against them, but I also can confront evil, so I won't rule it out. But are you willing to give up old friends, old people that aren't on your vision of the future, that want to see you small, that don't want to see you win, that are afraid that if you win, somehow they lose? So their only game in life becomes to try to control you and to keep you small so that they can still be okay with themselves. So I want to go over the definition of toxic, okay? The definition of toxic, I looked it up this morning. I thought it was fantastic definition. The first definition means, number 1, poisonous. Let that sink in. Number 2 definition is very harmful or unpleasant and a pervasive. That means it goes through the space. So let me read that again. Very harmful or unpleasant in a pervasive or insidious way. Okay, now when I come to a word that I think I understand, but I'm not sure I understand, even if it's in the word that I'm looking up, I have to stop right then and there and go look up the word. So insidious, I don't really know what that means. I've heard it before. I kind of have an idea about it, but I'm like, wow, okay, let me look. What is insidious? Insidious, let me just tell you, is, get this. It's proceeding in a gradual, subtle way. It's proceeding in a gradual, subtle way, but with harmful effects. So that's insidious. You see, it says gradual, subtle way. It's not bang, I'm in your face. It's so obvious that this is toxic, I have to run away. It's gradual poisoning until you're dead. It's gradual, subtle, let me get harmful effects little by little. Why? So I can go undetected in your life. So you would never think it's from your little old best friend here. The origin of the word insidious, by the way, comes from Latin meaning cunning, meaning an ambush or trick, lie in wait for. Can you imagine? Like hidden, waiting to strike you. And it comes from on plus sit. So actually someone who wants to sit on your creativity, who wants to sit on your commitment, who wants to sit on your success, who wants to sit on you flourishing and prospering, who wants to sit on your successful relationships, who wants to sit on you, who wants to hold you down and keep you small in life. Insidious. I love that definition. So that is what toxic is. And these are the relationships that I want to help you be able to identify when they are in your camp, because clearly we all know and can react to, and I don't need to tell you who your enemies are because they're in plain view. You know who they are because they are attacking you, because they are giving you hate on all of your social medias, or they're in business with you, spreading the lies and the rumors or whatever about you. I don't need to tell you how to handle your enemies. That's up to you. What I would like to help you with and tell you about is that empires are destroyed from within. So empires are destroyed from within. Very rarely are they destroyed from the enemy. I know how to protect myself from them. They're destroyed from the within. You know, have you ever heard of the expression poisoning the well? They poisoned the well. Well, I actually looked up that expression, poisoning the well. It actually comes from a term from when the battlefield, when they would actually have men fight in lines where they would battle each other. They would be around a well, a water well in the field, right, for where the water comes up. And the person who was the turncoat, the traitor, the enemy, who was pretending to be on the side of the forces, the soldiers who had to fight the next day at sunrise, that person inside the camp, pretending to be one of them, would literally poison the well that the soldiers would then drink from and be so sick they wouldn't have any energy or strength to fight the opposing side. So the history books might make it look like the other side overwhelmed them and they won, the enemy won. But why did that happen? Because there was an enemy from within, unrecognizable. You can't quite see them. Why? Because they're insidious, because it's slow and gradual harmful effects. So if you are around these types of people, if you find your life going in a series of ups and downs, and a series of ups and downs, I would like to suggest or have you possibly be open to the possibility that maybe one of these wonderful, fabulous people only trying to help you in your empire are actually there to ensure the suppression, the sit down, on top of, and death of you. So that might be a hard thing to confront. I know it was for me. I've always been like, people are wonderful. I had a very small confrontive evil. And as Grant and I have played this game of life, as we have played different levels of the game, I know there's still more to come. I have been able to actually confront that evil exists on this world. And there are people who do not want to see myself or my husband win in business or win in marriage or win with the family life, that there are people actively interested in the demise of us, and nothing would make them more happy. Now, maybe this can only be about me and you have no understanding or relation what I'm talking to. Maybe your life is so perfect that you don't have to deal with this. And I wish that upon you, because nobody should have to deal with that. Unfortunately, we're living on planet Earth, and that exists. At least that's true for me. By the way, if any of you have this problem with ups and downs, you want to click my personal link how I handle ups and downs, how to look into this matter further, you can go to ElenaCardone.com, ELENA. We'll post the link, ELENA, ElenaCardone.com/ups. So /ups dash and dash downs. So it's ElenaCardone.com /ups dash and dash down, ups and downs. Okay. So again, I want to tell you what you're looking for, what red flags are, how to prevent, what to look for. I didn't realize a lot of people don't know what they're looking for. Because why? Because it's insidious and it's hidden. Remember, the derivation says lie and wait for. They're hidden. They're not so obvious. Okay. But these people is what I want to clear your life of, or at least distance your life away from, so that when we give you these trainings, when we tell you how to have these listings, and Haas Pratt and Lisa Copeland and Michael are teaching about luxury listings, and then Grant Cardone, and you're showing up at the real estate summit and you're learning marketing and scaling and promotion, and you're starting to win and do well because you're around the right information. I don't want to see you crash because you have these types of people lurching onto you, trying to suck the blood from you like the little vampires that they are. So here's the thing. This is the symptoms of the harmful effects. So these are the harmful effects. I've just listed a few. If you guys want to list in the chat, if you already know how you feel and what harmful effects come from these people, again, it's slowly, it's gradually over time. Why? Because when you hang out with these certain people, let me tell you one of the harmful effects that might be a little undetectable. Your confidence is slightly lowered. You don't know why. You just start thinking that that's you and your kind of origination, that you have a little less confidence. You become a little more introverted. Do you know what that means? Self-doubt, introverted. Like you were like this, like, yay, I want to prospect today. I'm going to make up my calls and my list, and I'm going to follow up, and I'm not going to care that, you know what, I get hung up on for the first 5 times, because I know that, people actually listen and close on the 8th to 12th touch. When all of my competition is ready to close it down, they've shut down after the first phone call. I'm going to persist. You're extroverted. You're like, yay, I don't care. I have to get the no in order to get to the yes. I know the yes comes between 8 and 12. You're feeling good. You're feeling extroverted. You're like, yes, let's conquer the world. And all of a sudden you're like, oh. Now the phone calls start to introvert you. What did I do wrong? What is this? I don't feel so good. I self-doubt. Now the calls become harder and harder and harder and harder to make. Oh my God, I am a failure. I can't get anything off the line. Invalidation, self-invalidation, that starts happening. Okay, that's not you. Let's just be clear, okay? That is not you. That is not how beings come out into the universe. They come out like, whoa, I'm here. You're so lucky to have me. I can't wait to contribute. And all of a sudden, when they get around these vampires, they get like, woo, I don't really have anything great to contribute. I'm not that great. As a matter of fact, I have a whole line of failures. I never can do anything. What is wrong with me? Oh, let me take some drugs to numb that out. Now I just compromised my integrity. I went out ethics. I did this. I cheated on this person, that person. My life is screwed. What's wrong with me? I'm a never-ending disaster. No one deserves to be around me. That's not you. That's because you've been around people who want you to be in that mess, who want you to be in that condition, who understood that this person, I have so much to give, is a threat to the people who can't produce. So it's easier for them to make you small and confused than have to confront that they should be like that too. Like, wow. So it's not you. Your confidence is lower. You want to quit on your dreams. Your life is a series of ups and downs. You introvert, you doubt, and you invalidate yourself, okay? Those are just some of the harmful effects that you may feel. Now, y'all like this? Let me see in the chats. Fabulous. Yay. I'm very selective who I give my time to. Brian says, awesome, true, understandable, how to work with rejection. Awesome data. Thank you, Oscar. Okay, I'm going to continue. Now we're going to go on to the red flags. Okay, so those are the harmful effects, right? I didn't go into all of them. Certainly the harmful effects would be if you find yourself doing harmful things like excessively drinking every time you get around this person, or doing drugs, or you find yourself in the strip clubs when you're married and want to be in a committed relationship, or any other degrading kind of, and look, I'm not trying to be Mother Teresa. I've been there. I'm from New Orleans. I did all my fair share of drugs, excessive alcohol usage. I'm not judging. I'm just telling you, I have a life today that is ethical. I haven't done a drug since December 31st, 1999, my last bye-bye to ecstasy, okay? I'm not trying to be all that. I delivered 2 children, drug-free, at my home, no epidural, okay? Massive bragging rights. I don't drink. I'm just telling you, remember? In the beginning of this call, I said we're going to keep the curtains open. I'm just telling you what I did to clean my life up, to be able to have and wear the shoes that I wear today, which is I'm ethical. I don't cheat on my husband. My husband doesn't cheat on me. We're not perfect by any means, but we have a damn good thing going on. We have a multi-billion-dollar business. How the hell did a girl from New Orleans, Louisiana, with no college education, a guy as rough as Grant Cardone from Lake Charles, Louisiana, how the hell did we make it? I'm only telling you what we did, okay? So, oh man, now I'm like lost. I'm just telling you, okay? The negative, harmful effects, you got to start looking. What are you willing to give up in order to get where you want to be? I was willing to give up old friends, the ones that thought I was boring because I didn't do X anymore or drink alcohol. And in fact, went so far as to say that I'm now boring, that I'm this, that. You know how like psychologically difficult it was for me when I gave that life up to actually go to a party and think I'm enough to be interesting without alcohol, without drugs? I was terrified. I'm like, you mean I have to depend on me to get me through this situation alone? Like I'm enough? That's how suppressed I was. Didn't even think I was good enough to go through an event sober. Like, wow. So the people and the harmful effects of the people that make you feel that way, that are preventing you from having the life that you always dreamed of. Because there's people on drugs that have a successful life, that have lots of money. They have money. They look like they're happy. They're not. Their relationships are falling apart. They're having ups and downs. They might have a lot of money, but they're not having it all. Grant and I have it all, but we were willing to sacrifice in order to get where we wanted to go. So red flags of these people, I'm just going to go over a few here of the characteristics of the type of people that you might want to wake up to, you might want to start spotting and doing something about. Red flags. They want you to, they want you to not be around people. I made some notes earlier. They want you to be around, not be around people that give you strength and power. So these people would deter you away from a growth con, would deter you away from me for sure, would deter you away from a Grant Cardone, would deter you away from your religion, anything that makes you stronger. If you have a great relationship with your brother, your sister, y'all are fortified, you feel good, you're winning around that person, you have integrity and ethics around that person, guess what? That relationship about to get messed up. Because the people, these toxic people, what they do, one of the first things they do is they try to eliminate you from all of the powerful people in your life. So you lose your strength, right? You become weakened. Number two, these types of people often gossip. They love to tell about the latest scandals. They love drama. Another red flag would be they speak in generalities, usually to you, about you. They usually say, well, Elena, everybody says, or everybody thinks, everybody thinks this about you, Elena. And I'm only telling you this because I care about you. And I know no one else would tell you about this, but I'm your friend. But everybody's saying, and everybody knows this to be true. And you understand? Generalities. And then they go on to tell me the hypercritical thing that they intentionally try to introvert me on. But here's the thing. Is it really every single one of you said that about me? Really? Is that so? Well, who? Let me ask you this. Who said that? Who thinks that? Because nobody told me that. So I think that's interesting that they actually told you about this. Oh, and by the way, you're supposed to be my friend. I'm not worried about the people who talk bad about me. You know what I'm really worried about? I'm worried about the people who listen ill will about me. I'm actually more afraid of you right now than I am of the person that said the SHI into the T. Okay, because you listen to it. So you're really going to stand there and act like my friend? No, you give me a name. Who said this? And guess what? You're not going to get a name. You won't even get one name. These are the people, okay? These are the people you have to look out for, okay? Generalities. They're always going to guide you toward unethical behaviors. So for sure, if you're in a committed relationship, hot girls or hot guys are going to be around, and there's probably going to be drinks and drugs and anything that's around your weakness to get you to, stop making all those phone calls that you as realtors need to be going and prospecting and following up on. Oh, no. We're going to be doing something else, because why are you so serious? And why are you always doing your work? And when are you going to have some fun in life? And life is meant to be enjoyed and to have fun. And my gosh, you look so bad lately. You look like you're so tired. Aren't you tired? All you do all day long is worky. Yeah. Those are the ones. They speak ill will. Hello. They speak ill will of any betterment group that seeks to actually help you. Any betterment group, they hate. That's right. So I'm telling you these red flags so that you can start to go through life going, wait a minute. Elena warned me about these types. Okay. And I'm not looking at a one time. I'm not looking to persecute all your friends and for you to go on a witch hunt. Okay. Everyone's been guilty of this. I've been guilty of gossiping. I try to catch myself, but I've been guilty of it. I'm not looking for the one off. I'm looking for trends. It will be a gradual, pervasive, harmful effects of a trending. This is what the scenarios look like every time you're around those people, or you just don't feel good, or you lose your energy, or you lose your enthusiasm for life, right? So you can start to put two and two together. They like to remind you of your flaws or when you failed, your shortcomings. They often do this. All the times that you made mistakes, you allowed the wrong person in your life, they messed up your life. They love to then go and tell you, so-and-so, that person, yeah, they're doing this and this and this and this, gets me boiling inside. Why are you telling me about this? Like, I don't want to be reminded that I made a mistake and I let that jerk off into my life. Now you got to go tell me what he or she is doing. I don't care. Stop bringing it up. And only, what does it do? It makes me wrong, not right. It keys me back into all the mistakes I've made along the line. Like, leave it off. Leave it off. They love to get into gossip. They love to get into the drama. They love to stir it up. They don't like to keep that stuff off of your lines. Like a good person and a good friend would hear something that so-and-so is doing that you don't want to know and keep it deliberately away from you finding out about it. Like, it's not necessary. If it's not going to impact my life and I don't need to know about it, don't tell me about it. Why? Solutions for your life often involve drugs. These people love to have you medicated. They love to have you slightly weakened, slightly hypnotic state, easily controllable, less aware, hard to confront that really what's going on because you're in a sedated type of state. And so those are just some of the red flags. The most important one, and gosh, I was only planning to speak for 30 minutes. Here I am at almost an hour. The last one and the most important, best for last, and reward for all of you that stayed on this call to the very end. You will get a piece of information that is very correct in the formation of my mind and has changed me for the better, for knowing this, because I know who to pick and not pick. And I'm about to tell you right now, the number one red flag that these people do is they will attack your strength. So whatever you think you are the badass about, whatever you think you're the best at, whatever you pride yourself the most at, in your business and your ability to market, PR, finances, if you're a model, it's your looks. If you're looks and talent, clearly, but if you're an actress, your talent, your artistry, your talent, right? If you pride yourself on being a mother, they're going to attack the very thing that you're the most proud of. If you're the most proud of being a mother, they're going to be like, oh yeah, you're a great mother when you're being a mother, or, blah, blah. You can think of all the things that they would say, your art. Oh yeah, you're an artist. Yeah, you're an actress. Yeah. What restaurant do you work at? Is it funny? I'm supposed to laugh at that. F you. It's not funny. You're trying to kill me. I'm on to you. So these people are going to attack your strengths, and feed your weaknesses. Whatever makes you weak, make bad decisions, roller coaster, drugs, alcohol, porno, strippers, strip clubs, gambling, whatever seeks to destroy you, make you weak, invalidate, feel depressed, lose self-respect for, guess what? They're going to be right there willing to have that available for you. Feed your weaknesses. Now, this is when you know you have a good person, because I don't want you to get confused with somebody being hard on you, okay? Because there is such a thing as tough love, and I'm willing to give it because I care about you, and hopefully you surround yourself with people like this. But if somebody's willing to be hard on you on your weaknesses, if they're like, you know what, enough's enough, you got to stop drinking. You're looking like a damn lush. You're better than that. Who's got you thinking that's what you need to do? Or knock it off. You're in a committed relationship. You're flirting. What are you doing? Is that what you want? You want society to be cheaters? You want to, go home and then have an argument because, you don't feel good about what you've done. So the people, or in Grant's case, when I was writing my book and it was taking me longer, and he was like, you're lazy and a coward. And I was all offended. He was stomping on my weaknesses. He was stomping on my laziness. He was stomping on my cowardness. It got me so jacked up, so angry. I finished the book rehabilitated my whole entire schooling where I thought I was dumb and couldn't like dare be as smart as somebody like an author. And here I am. Wow, I did that. That's somebody who's committed to helping me achieve a heightened level of success, doing something I never thought I could do. If somebody's willing to stomp on the weaknesses, saying, stop that. Enough is enough. You're too good for that. You're playing small. If they want to stomp on the weaknesses, you want those people around you because they're trying to push you towards your strengths and get you to be stronger and own up to who you are and your potential. Okay. But the people who are stomping on your strengths to keep you small and then feed your weaknesses, hasta la bye-bye. Bye-bye. No place for that person in your life because you're here. You've made an investment in yourself. You want to be better. You committed to greatness. You committed to yourself. You committed to this planet who needs you, who needs your products and services to become better and help them with life. That's who you are. That's who you're supposed to be. Okay? I'm going to see you all on the Unbreakable Business Challenge. I will be there. I will be speaking. Grant will be speaking. You will have an unbreakable business when you get on the other side of this. I need 5 days, 90 minutes, Unbreakable Business Challenge. It's free. Sign up right now. GrantCardone.com/2023. I love you all. Thank you for being on the call today. Go clean the weeds. Look for the sniper in the bushes, and let's get you to a steady level of power. Are you committed? Are you committed to a steady level of power? All right? Be great. Thank you all so much.